Hey guys, Logan the Hedgehog here, and welcome to a new series on my channel called Just What's Coming to Disney Plus in UK and Ireland for each Pacific month. Um, as you're well aware, I made videos talking about Disney Plus in the past, recently, and I honestly think they were really good. I liked working on them, they were different, and just overall, I kind of liked doing that. I kind of like just doing the whole Disney Plus thing and give at least details about what's coming to the server, particularly in here in UK and Ireland when we have the new edition star and all that stuff. Which, if you want to know what that was again, you can just go through the links in the description for the two previous videos about Disney Plus Star. But I kind of recently thought, why don't we make a video series talking about what's coming to Disney Plus in UK and Ireland for every month. That is right now. Because the thing is, Disney is lacking a coming soon feature onto their server. They do not have a thing telling you what's coming. There's only like a few movies and shows that they'll do that to. Like all the Marvel stuff, the Recall Phineas and Ferb, the movie Candace Against the Universe having that as well, and a few other stuff of theirs. But nothing like Netflix does where they tell you, hey, this is coming to Netflix in this specific date and time. Well, specific date more like. But so for this case, I want to do this with Disney Plus to help out my Irish users and my UK users to see what's coming to Disney Plus and what you can watch. I do gotta thank though what's on Disney Plus for this details because that site has been more consistent with telling what's coming to Disney Plus more than any other place I've seen. And if you need to look what other Pacific regions like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, or the US, go to this website. I'll have a link description for that particular website and just go from there. But for the UK and Ireland, here we go. This is all for April. I should make this clear though that this could change. Some movies and shows might be added later on as well today. That tends to happen with Disney where they say and then they might real, oh, this is coming out too. So with that, let's start off with the 2nd of April. I should note that Disney Plus does this every Friday, so every Friday of the month will have new content. So let's just make that clear. So the first thing up here is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 3. I watched the first episode of the season. Didn't really do anything for me. WandaVision was a lot better, in my opinion. Even as someone who doesn't really care about Marvel, I personally think WandaVision was a lot better. But I don't know, like it's the pilot. We still have like 5 episodes left to go here, so who knows? As well, we got the 2nd episode of the Mighty Ducks Game Changers. Never really watched the Mighty Ducks movies. I think I only recall seeing one of them once in school, but I barely remember it at all. So this is like only the 2nd episode, which the first one is coming out tomorrow. So, yeah. We got Solar Opposites, the season finale of season 1. Solar Opposites is one of the Star originals, and it's personally weird to see a Justin Roiland show on Disney Plus. And even he was like, even felt a bit weird that this was happening, but understood what Star was meant to be. So, like I said, this was the season finale. We got the 7th episode tomorrow as well. But with that said, don't expect this to be the end of Soul Opposites just yet. Season 2 premiered on Hulu, and over here, they're going to have a little bit for season 2, so I'll tell that later on as things go. We got Love Victor's episode 8 as well. Never watched Love Simon or Love Victor. I mean, they're not even on Disney Plus. Well, I mean, Love Simon isn't anywhere. I don't think that's here on Disney Plus. I think it's probably some other contract deal with other companies that's preventing it to be here, but, you know, it seems to be harmless fun, I guess. Hellstorm, episode 8. Hellstorm, I've currently watched, I think nearly halfway through the series, and I understand what they were trying to do here, but man, it's a kind of a bit of a bore. I can understand why people now kind of said, yeah, this isn't really good, but the special effects are fine. So there's that. There's also episode 8 of Big Sky as well. Big Sky, I've only watched 2 episodes of. I like it. I still have yet to see where this is going, but I'm liking it so far. Now we got the 5th episode of Dollface. I think, yeah, this has already been out on Disney Plus for quite a while now. Never heard of it, never watched it. I don't know what it's like, but it's a Star original. It's doing its job. Got next, episode 4. This series, man, Disney kind of has a thing of just saying, hey, Fox, you know that show you canceled for 1 season? Let's make that kind of air weekly on Disney Plus over here. Because that seems to be a thing, like Hellstorm, and now this next was canceled in the US. But Disney's like, yeah, we're going to keep this going for a week, man. We're going to keep this going for a week. I have yet to see how the show goes, but, it's there. Now we have one of the stuff that I think many people have been surprised about that's coming to Disney Plus. We're going to have on there as well, we got the Ewoks Adventure, The Cavern of Courage. This is one of the 2 Star Wars Ewoks TV movies. And there's still a lot more, because then after that, there's the other Ewoks movie as well. Ewoks Battle for Endor. Like I said, these were both TV movies that were made after the Return of the Jedi was released. And I don't know how they actually do it. I know there have kind of been a little bit more mixed because they didn't really add anything. It's literally just for kids. So, I mean, if you want now you have the stuff in the HD. I don't know if they were sold on DVD or at all, but I mean, they probably had to be if they're still in high quality. But, it's there for Star Wars fans. But speaking of which as well, we got the Cheney Tartakovsky's Star Wars Clone Wars seasons in here. This was something I think a lot of people were surprised to see. Even by the fact that people were surprised that this was a Cartoon Network show now put on Disney+. But the CG Clone Wars already had this issue where they were on Cartoon Network for a while. Then when Disney bought Lucasfilms, they canceled it. Netflix then quickly took over it, I think. And then they canceled it. And then Disney decided to continue it again for 1 more season over here. And then call it quits. But, at least from what I've seen, like, all 3 seasons of the show will be on Disney+, and Cheney Tartakovsky has shown his support that, Disney's even putting the show on Disney+. He seems to be perfectly happy with a new audience finding it. So, hey, the man's doing good, and I've always heard this one was good. So, I'll give it a watch. Even if I'm not a Star Wars fan, I'll give it a watch just because it's Cheney Tartakovsky. He almost makes everything work. Well, that isn't from Sony's executing, but what are you going to do? As well, now speak a little bit on Ewoks. We'll also have the Star Wars Ewok television series, animated television series. All 2 seasons are on here too. They really had a thing for Ewoks, didn't they? Like, you'd think Disney having control of Lucasfilm meant they were going to make more stuff for kids. Lucasfilms with 20th Century Fox, they love these Ewoks for some reason, and everyone else would think, you're not Jar Jar Binks bad, but you're just as bad as him. But this one, the next one I'm going to announce, was the most surprising one I think everyone was expecting. The Story of the Faithful Wookiee, the animated part from the holiday special, is going to be on Disney+. This, even if you don't know you don't like Star Wars, you know about this special and how everyone can agree the animated bit was a lot better than anything that special had. So just have Disney just come up to Lucas saying, hey man, can we have the animated bit of your holiday special? I mean, arguably it's the best part out of all of it, so a lot of people love it. Give it to us. So that's honestly kind of insane that they're going like, yeah, we'll take a holiday special, put it on Disney Plus in some form, man. So yeah, the 2nd of April, pretty big for Star Wars fans, and you don't even have to wait for May the 4th to get this. As well, there's Romeo and Juliet. This is a Touchstone movie, I believe, so we'll only get the first one. I know the second one, Sherlock Gnomes, is from Paramount, so day, we won't have that on Disney Plus. That's probably on like Paramount Plus in some regions, but I mean, it's fine. I think I remember watching this a few times growing up. I thought it was okay at best. We also have season 1 to 10 of Bob's Burgers. This is another big Fox show I was actually wanting to see on Star. And kind of like everything else, it kind of took a while because Comedy Central airs the show here instead of Fox. So it's more likely that, like with the Cleveland show, and probably later on some other Comedy Central Fox shows like Brickleberry, we have to wait a while until we get it, and here we are with Bob's Burgers, having all 10 seasons. I don't think there's a missing episode at all. I have to wait until to see. But yeah, we have another Fox animated show in here. It's one I've been kind of wanting to watch at the time before the movie comes out, which, luckily for me, the movie's delayed again to unknown date of time, so I'm still grand. I'm still good with it. Got season 5 of Running with Bear Grylls. Probably a National Geographic thing. If you watch it, fair enough. I couldn't care less. Wicked Tuna, Year 9. I think that's supposed to be like season 9 of the show. But it's another Geographic show, so I could care less. I don't watch National Geographic on Disney. I'm only aware of certain shows because my dad watches National Geographic and some shows on it, so that's the only reason I would know about it. And finally, The Help, another Touchstone movie, I think. I think this was on Disney. I think it has to be one of their Disney productions. I don't think it's Fox who did this. I heard good things about it. I might give it a watch, but I don't know. Fright Night, the remake. This is not the original Fright Night. I don't even know if the direct-to-DVD sequel is even going to be here at all, but this is the remake of the original that was released by Fox in 2011, I think, 2011. I've heard good things about it. I know a friend of mine who's into horror. She seems to like the original. I don't know what she thinks about this one, but I mean, it's there. It's there. And finally, for at least for the 2nd of April, there's People Like Us. Looks like one of those films that make people happy. I don't know, I never heard of this movie before. So now on the 9th of April, so we have another bunch of stuff here. So we got the 3rd episode of The Mighty Ducks. Fair enough. There's the 4th episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The 5th episode of Next. The 6th episode of Dollface. Episode 9 of Hellstorm. And episode 9 of Big Sky. And as well, see episode 9 of La Victor. And notice how many times I said that. I'm just kind of going along with it. There's also the 1st episode of the new Star original, Filthy Witch. Never heard of it. Fair enough. Solar Opposites, their 2nd season. The 1st episode of the 2nd season of Solar Opposites is going to be on Disney Plus on the 9th of April. So it means now that we didn't ever have to wait long until the 2nd season comes. I was kind of wondering, would they wait a few months until then or what? But Disney's like, nah. Immediately when season 1 ends, we'll put season 2 up. That's not going to stop us. So yeah, all of season 2 is going to be on Star, Disney Plus, just after season 1 comes. So for the next month or so, I think that's all Solar Opposites from there. We have season 1 to 15 of Criminal Minds. I'm aware that this show just recently ended about a year ago, so hey, they got off well. Didn't have to deal with COVID delays and production issues. So yeah, I think this is still Disney, but I think CBS has some involvement to this series as well, but I don't know. Either way, you have all 15 seasons of the show here. I don't think the spin-offs are here just yet, so I might have to wait a while, but, if you like your Criminal Minds, go ahead and enjoy it. Got the 16th season of Grey's Anatomy. I'm aware that Sky and Now TV is kind of the reason why the newest season won't be here. Like, I think the show's on its 17th season, so kind of like with The Simpsons and now other shows. It might have to wait until the contract between Sky and Now TV goes for season 17 to then put it on to Disney Plus, like here. So, you got more to watch if you're a Grey's Anatomy fan, which is a lot of people, so there's that. You got Dangerous Minds. Never heard of it. Fair enough. You got season 1 to 4 of Dinosaurs. This was out in January in the US, and only now in April we'll get it in Disney Plus in the UK and Ireland. Fair enough. I don't know why it took so long, but yeah, again, that's probably I bet a lot of people ask that same question about just the US release of this show too. The Island at the Top of the World. Okay, I never heard of it, but okay. Man of the House. Okay. There's a lot of these movies I don't even heard of, but if you like them, fair enough. Got it there. And then finally, there's The Father of the Bride Part 1 and Part 2. After that, that's it. That's it for the 9th of April. That's still a good amount of content there with Criminal Minds, Grey's Anatomy, as well. You got the second season of Solar Opposites happening too, so you'll still have a lot more of that show to come for the next month or so. So now on the 16th of April, we're heading off with a new Disney Plus show called Big Shot. A basketball show. I mean, I don't watch sports programs, so I don't see myself watching this either, but fair enough. You got the 5th episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the 4th episode of The Mighty Ducks. The Earth Moods, another National Geographic show, not interested. The 2nd episode of Season 2 of Solar Opposites. Episode 6 of Next. Episode 7 of Dollface. And the season finale, well, in this case for Hellstorm, the series finale of Hellstorm, with the 10th episode, as well as the season finale of Love Victor. I know Love Victor has a second season planned, so we'll just have to wait until Hulu releases it, and then Disney will air the show on Disney Plus afterwards. We got the 2nd episode of Filthy Witch, the 10th episode of Big Sky. This is kind of something I think. I only read that in the US you only had 9 episodes airing, so I don't know if how much episodes exactly is going to air on with Big Sky on Disney Plus Star, but I don't know. We got season 1 and 2 of Grownish, a Freeform show, which I don't know if it actually even airs over here at all, so we don't have Freeform, so I don't even know what network it was given to. Baby's Day Out. I remember watching this film a couple of years ago. Only one I really remember was, I think it was a bit about a gorilla. I think that's about it with this film. The Big Year. Never heard of it. The 3rd Predator movie, Predators, is going to be on here. And as well, the Prometheus, the 5th film in the Aliens franchise. These, as of right now, are the first movies of both the Aliens and Predator franchise to be on Disney Plus in the UK and Ireland because of pre-existing deals with Now TV and Sky, which have the rights to the films up on their server. Last time I checked, I think the first 2 Predator movies and a few of the Aliens films are on Now TV. But as well, Sky has, I think, the 3rd and the 4th Alien movie on Sky. The Aliens versus Predator movie is also not there yet. I know, like, for Canada and Australia and other places, they have them there, and even got them a collection set for all the Aliens and Predator movies. So, I mean, at least you got them. That means showing signs that, yep, Aliens and Predators, they're coming. They're coming in slow places, but they're coming eventually. It's got Sunshine. I've heard this film was good until the ending. Third Man of the Mountain. Kind of sounds like a Disney film, to be honest. I don't know, I haven't seen it. And finally, for this one, we have Sparrow, A Warrior's Tale. Okay, fair enough. Now, on Earth Day, we have something for the Thursday, the 22nd of April. We have The Secret of the Whales. This is, I guess, another original National Geographic thing for Disney Plus. It's the only one I think of where it's going to be released outside of Friday, so for that, if you're a fan of National Geographic, you got that. But now for the 23rd of April, we got episode 5 of The Mighty Ducks. We have the 2nd episode of Big Shot. we have the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got the third episode of season 2 of Soul Opposites, the third episode of Filthy Witch, the first season of Forrest and Velden. Never heard of this show at all. I don't know if there's more seasons or it's just that one, another one-off season that they just put onto Disney Plus. We got Morgan. Might be interested in this one. I just have to wait and see. The 7th episode of Next. The 8th episode of Dollface. Supposedly the 11th episode of Big Sky. I could be wrong on this. Like I said, I could be wrong on after season 9. Episode 9. That's it. That's it for Big Sky on Disney Plus for now until a second season. So I think it's renewed for a second season, I think. So we have to wait and see. Dino Ranch, another Disney preschooler, Disney Junior show. Not interested at all. Miss Pilgrim's Home for Peculiar Children. Another Tim Burton movie for Fox. That's all I can really know about it. Absolutely Fabulous, the movie. And that's really about it. I don't know what else is to say. So, like I said, the only really noteworthy thing here for this one is just mainly Soul Opposites and Morgan for me. That's really about it for this week. And then finally, at the end of it, we have the 30th of April, the last day of the month, and we have Northland, a movie that was released on Hulu and was gotten critical acclaim, and is now slowly moving to other locations now because of Oscar seasons and such. I believe some locations have this, well, some don't, so let's just make it clear. We got Assembled, the making of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The whole Assembled thing just seems to be the one last thing you really can talk about these Marvel shows before they eventually go away again. So this one in particular, we had WandaVision last time. We got this one now with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think the next one's going to be with Loki when that series premieres, and then Black Widow when the movie airs. We got the 6th episode of The Mighty Ducks. The 12th episode of Big Sky. Like I said, that could depend. The 3rd episode of Big Shot. The 4th episode of Season 2 of Soul Opposites. A Filthy Witch, Episode 4. Next, Episode 8. Dollface, Episode 9. Secrets of Silver Springs, Episodes 1 to 5. This is a Disney Channel thing, I believe. I know there was like some movie that they released last year that was supposed to be on Disney Channel, but over here we got Disney Plus. We got Disney Channels removed, so they had to put that as a star of Disney Plus original over here, I think. Who knows? We got Grownish Season 3, Episode 1 as a star original now. So the first 2 seasons were fine, up and running. Now the thing will be weekly for Season 3. For those who watch Grownish. I don't, but there's that. White Fang 2, Myth of the White Wolf. I believe this is another Disney movie. Like, I don't know. Every time I see these kids' films, I always automatically assume that it's for Disney. When Fox does make stuff for kids, but you don't see Fox doing it as much as Disney does. So that's why whenever these ones look more kid-friendly, I'm like, that's Disney. That's Disney. That's maybe Pixar. That's Disney. Armageddon, the Bruce Willis film. I'm interested in this one. The 25th Hour, 911 Season 3. I think the first 2 seasons were already added to Disney Plus. So that's what I'm getting here. Disney Junior's Mia. Like I said, Disney Junior could care less really about that, but fair enough for parents and such. Got South Pacific from 1959, and that's it for April. Like I said, this could change later on as it continues, because last time I did this, there was no mentions of some films, and then suddenly, boom, Disney revealed, we're going to get Prometheus, we're going to have Armageddon, we're going to have Sunshine, we're going to have these movies here on Disney Plus Star. So that's why I'm like, okay, I have to wait until the near end of the month to see what else will Disney drop onto it. So that's it for UK and Ireland for Disney Plus for April. I'll do this again about a month's time for May, when that one comes. So until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video. I hope this does well, and I hope those who live in Ireland, UK, I hope this can help out with you guys showing what's coming to Disney Plus soon enough. So, that's really about it. I'll see you guys until the next video. See you guys later.